This is not where we'll end up, though, because as with any given technology, you first try to make it work and then you make it efficient. In this video, we'll unravel the mysteries surrounding this breaking news and examine the surge in demand for Tesla stock at a pivotal point that could be crucial to the company's future. That's just the tip of the iceberg, though, as we'll also delve deeply into the world of indicators, deciphering the RSI dancing on the MXD and revealing secrets that could send Tesla on an extraordinary trajectory. Hold on tight, because this coming week looks like it will be explosive with jaw-dropping data and monumental earnings reports. But before we get too far into the Tesla world, remember to make our day a little more magical by clicking the like button and subscribing to Tesla Hype. So without further ado, let's go on this thrilling journey together. A major turning point for Tesla stock has occurred today. It was officially confirmed in response to a reporter's inquiry that plans are in place to roll out the full self-driving beta, although Tesla has not yet revealed a precise date. It is reasonable to assume that this development will coincide with the readiness of V12 possibly making its debut as we move into the final days of December or possibly early January 2024. The suspense and excitement surrounding this potentially game-changing event are building, and this alignment of events is expected to intensify excitement and anticipation while the stock market the mark. T is eagerly awaiting what might be a genuinely revolutionary event for Tesla and its investors. I must stress that the price of Tesla's shares has not yet taken this event into account. As Mo pointed out, the future looks promising because together China and the US account for about 36.2% of the world's paved roads. In addition, Tesla has made an alluring offer for its customers starting today. Anyone ordering and taking delivery of a Tesla Model 3 or Model Y in the US by December 31st will receive a generous 6 months of free supercharging. This move is sure to attract more buyers. The potential impact is substantial considering that even at 10% adoption rate of FSD in North America, including the US, Canada, and China concerns regarding crowd, were brought up by Tasha Keeney, an ARK Invest analyst, who said that the company might have taken on greater risk than competitors like WHMO. She cited the adjusted miles per crash with Cruise on surface streets, which is 0.04 million miles per crash compared to the 0.19 million miles per crash national average. For manually operated vehicles, DHMO performs better, averaging roughly 500,000 miles per crash, whereas Tesla with FSD astonishingly claims 3.2 million miles per crash. Another development that makes this stark statistical disparity between Tesla and Cruise notable, let's take a moment to admire the sight of a Cybertruck dropping off a passenger at the Austin airport. It's amazing to think that this may become a common occurrence. GM's robot taxi business Cruise announced plans to relaunch in a single location on Wednesday, with an updated charging webpage emphasizing go anywhere, charge everywhere. Tesla is making charging more accessible than ever. In addition, you can now buy a new Model Y rear-wheel drive variant for as little as $33,900 after federal tax credits. Depending on state incentives, this price can drop even further in Norway. In the meantime, the biggest energy storage company in Alberta is set to activate a new $50 million Tesla Meat Pack system near Grand Prairie, Canada, further expanding Tesla's reach in the energy sector. Tesla's upgraded Model 3 has been named the best car you can buy, showcasing Tesla's dominance in the electric vehicle market. With software release 2023-38.9, Tesla has brought the convenience of one-tap autopilot activation. For Tesla owners, this streamlines the driving experience. Moreover, there are social media reports stating that the FSD beta may be introduced in China in January of the following year or during the December holiday season. Stay tuned for further information on this fascinating development. We are now focusing on the growing horizon of Tesla's fully autonomous FSD beta as it prepares for release. Similar to Tesla's expansion into India, this development could propel Tesla stock well into the 300s. Beyond North America, however, this development is not to be taken lightly. It's another instance where we are aware of the impending launch, and the markets seem unprepared for this significant shift in Tesla's FSD strategy. When it eventually rolls out in China, it will be a momentous event for Tesla, possibly catching the market off guard. In other noteworthy news, Hong Kong announced a significant 715 Tesla sales for October, of which 99.5% were the Model Y and the remaining 0.5% were the Model 3. This represents 64% of the total sales from the previous year. The spike in Model Y inventories is an intriguing phenomenon that could help to explain Tesla's recent performance and long-range price reductions. The number of Model Ys in stock is estimated to be 6,300 globally. The stocks of Model S and Model X are roughly 2,000 units apiece, while the Model 3 inventory is currently decreasing and stands at about 2,000 units. This increase in Model Y stock is extremely moving on to Google Trends data. Aston notes that there is a modest weakening of the trend for the Model 3 and Model Y, but nothing concerning. While interest in the Model Y seems to be leveling off, interest in the Cybertruck is slightly declining but is still at high levels when compared to historical data. It's important to note that as November 30th draws near, the Cybertruck's popularity is predicted to soar, possibly generating a halo effect that increases interest in Tesla's entire product lineup. Tesla is still very much involved in the advertising business. It runs about 3 separate campaigns globally, primarily targeting the US, then Europe, and Australia. From a technical perspective, the proportion of equities above their 50-day moving average is at 62.6, which is a little lower than the highs of almost 77% reached in July and suggests that market mood may yet rise. According to the most recent AI investor sentiment survey, there was a noticeable shift in investor sentiment from 28.1% to 23.6% in favor of bullish sentiment. Bullish sentiment increased by roughly 2%, while neutral sentiment increased by roughly 3%. For the week ending November 22nd, approximately 45.3% of investors expressed bullish sentiment, with 31.3% taking a neutral stance, and 23.6% taking a bearish position. With 65% of volume on the call side and 35% on the put side, Tesla's option activity has been mainly favorable. This suggests an optimistic outlook across a variety of investors, including hedge funds, institutions, and retail traders, culminating in a total of $1.63 billion in option activity. Predicting the future course of the market, futures currently indicate that stocks are likely to open higher. In addition, 10-year Treasury yields seem to be trending lower. The Nasdaq, SP, and Dow are all exhibiting slight increases of around 0.1%, suggesting that tomorrow may be a good day to trade. It's also important to remember that historically, Black Friday has resulted in higher stock performance over the previous 30 to 40 years, suggesting that tomorrow may be another day of gains for the markets. While we can't completely rule out the chance of a surprise, it's important to remember that history frequently repeats itself. Stay tuned for further other updates as the market develops. Let's break down the market outlook and significant events over the next several days, customarily. Although there is always a chance for a divergence from this pattern, Black Friday has shown favorable market performance. A strong closing for the week is predicted, and the next trading day holds particular curiosity because of the unusual conditions. Bond futures are anticipated to be open until about midday, giving traders insight into changes in the bond market. But given the market's sensitivity to bond yields, equities will continue to trade. The Japanese inflation rate is a significant catalyst to watch out for. This rate can influence market sentiment both year over year and month over month. If Japan's inflation rate falls below expectations, it may signal a reluctance to raise rates, which could be good news for the bond market. This dynamic adds an extra layer of interest and complexity to the trading day. Turning our attention to Tesla, despite a 3.10% drop in the stock price yesterday that closed at $233.75 per share, the overall outlook remains bullish. Japan holds a substantial portion of U.S. treasuries, and concerns have been raised that if Japan were to raise rates significantly, they might shift their investments from U.S. treasuries to Japanese treasuries. However, this scenario remains speculative. The recent drop in Tesla's stock price of over 3% may not have been justified, and it's important to note that there is strong support and buying interest in the range from 230 down to 222. This zone has attracted considerable buying activity. Since Tesla has been consistently making higher lows, this is a positive sign. It is anticipated that Tesla will likely follow the broader market trend and possibly enter the green territory tomorrow. One noteworthy feature is the daily intraday trading pattern, which shows that Tesla frequently touches the $230 mark during trading hours, but then experiences significant rebounds. This was demonstrated on November 17th, given these dynamics, and closing above the 50-day moving average at $238.1 per share, or 1.6% higher than the current level, would be encouraging for Tesla overall. The stock appears poised for possible upside movements, particularly in anticipation of the upcoming news regarding full self-driving FSD expansion into China, which could surprise Wall Street when it eventually materializes in December or January. The relative strength index is currently at 52.97, effectively hovering around the neutral level of 50. It is evident that investors are eager to purchase Tesla shares at this time. The RSI at this level shows a balanced market sentiment, which can support higher moves in the stock price. This suggests that Tesla stock has the potential to rally upward, and in my opinion, it should. Examining the convergence of the moving average disturbance, it's currently in the green. The signal line is at 2.06, but the MACD line is at 1.23. For Tesla stock, it would be quite beneficial if the EM's blue line also moves into positive territory, possibly indicating substantial bullish momentum. Anticipating the upcoming week, more dramatic changes are expected in the form of noteworthy earnings reports and new data releases. This coming week is sure to be exciting, and we'll make sure to provide you with the most recent information for this video. We've covered a wide range of topics regarding Tesla stock, from the strong demand at critical levels to the neutral RSI and the positive MACD, as well as the possible catalysts that could send it soaring into the 300s. There are currently positive indicators for Tesla's performance in the future. We would love to know what you, our readers, think about these developments. Do you think China's fully autonomous car market will adopt at a rate higher than 10%? And how will the market's inclination toward Model Y affect this? Before we wrap up, we kindly ask that you support our channel by clicking the like button and subscribing to Tesla Hype. Thank you for watching today, and we hope to see you in the next episode. We value your thoughts and insights. Please share them in the comment section below.